So, in today's episode of We Told You So, it turns out that free speech ain't exactly free over on Twitter. Who would have thunk it? Folks, it is time to pop the popcorn because the MAGA Civil War has begun. And I'm chuckling because Elon Musk is now going after MAGA influencers and he's silencing them. He's taking away their blue check marks. He's suspending their accounts. He's demonetizing them. And they're set back going, how could this happen to us? We thought you were for free speech. After all this time of them calling us the enemy from within, after all this time of them saying that we were for censorship, that we were against free speech, now they have an enemy within MAGA, and he is talking down to them, he's belittling them, and he's coming after them. And Trump's silence during all this is really deafening. And by the way, what happened to JP Mandela? I haven't heard from that guy in a long time. Folks, we're going to read an article here, an exclusive article from MidasNews.com. But before we do that, we have reached a few milestones here on the channel. First of all, we crossed over 100 million total views here on the Tennessee Brando channel. That is extremely hard for me to wrap my mind around because I live in such a small town. It's hard for me to believe that many people have clicked on one of my videos. We're also closing the gap. We're less than 4,000 away now from hitting 500,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. And if you like the kind of content that I do, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll probably get there before the end of the year. I truly appreciate all of you so much for everything. But we're going to read this article, and they are definitely in the find out stage of this whole game. And again, no sympathy from Brando, but here we go. Exclusive: Elon Musk suspends Laura Loomer amid MAGA Civil War. This here was written by Jordy Mycelis from MidasNews.com. Midas Touch obtained exclusive information that Laura Loomer has been suspended by Elon Musk. It's official. Elon Musk has suspended MAGA influencer Laura Loomer after she spent the entire day calling him out over his support of H-1B visas. After several hours of back and forth arguing with Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, Loomer, and other MAGA influencers, Musk took the extraordinary step of stripping Loomer and others of their verified blue check marks along with their paid subscriptions. And as a result, Musk demonetized their accounts on the process. Now, Midas Touch has obtained an exclusive screenshot showing that the demonetization of Loomer's account was not the only thing that Musk did. Musk and X went so far as to suspend Loomer for a period of time, preventing her from tweeting from her account for several hours. Now, look here. We've temporarily limited some of your account features. What happened? We have determined that you have violated X rules, so we have temporarily limited some of your account features. While in this state, you can still browse X, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to followers. No post, repost, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to full functioning in 11 hours and 59 minutes. As of this post, and at the time I'm doing this article, Loomer remains suspended on X. Musk has long called himself to be a free speech absolutist, but his actions overnight tell a different story. In response to the suspension, Loomer gave Midas Touch the following exclusive quote. I'm being silenced for supporting Trump policies. If you can please let people know that I have been suspended and that my verification has been taken away and that I have been banned from having subscribers, I'd appreciate it. For his part, Musk attempted to explain away the demonetization of several MAGA users, tweeting the following. First, he said, just a reminder, the algorithm is trying to maximize unregretted user seconds. It's far more credible verified subscriber accounts, not bots. Mute block account compared to those who like your posts. He says that. Then he says, that said, any accounts found to be engaged in coordinated attacks to spam accounts with mute blocks will themselves be categorized correctly as spam. Musk later retweeted this from an account that referred to Loomer and Musk as spat. They said, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And Musk just types yes and retweets that. So as it currently stands, the owner of X has suspended a large MAGA influencer after her public disagreement with him. Free speech on X apparently has its limits. So funny story before we keep rolling with this video. I used to work at this place, and there was this guy that had been there for like 20 years, drove a forklift. He had been there for 20 years, and he no longer gave a damn about anything. And so anytime I was training a new guy, he would come driving by on the forklift and he'd go, "Well, who we got here today?" And I'm like, we got a new guy. This is so-and-so or whatever. And he'd be like, "Well, boy, you going to learn today." And then he would just drive on away. And that went through my head as I read that article. Boy, you going to learn today. It's so funny to me, folks, that these people are finally in the find out stage of this whole thing. And I mean, I can't feel any sympathy for them. I really can't. I'm looking for it. I can't find it because they were perfectly okay with going along with this, not seeing the danger of it before they ever got started. Everything they feared the left would do to them, now Elon could do to them, and Donald Trump is staying silent, and JP Mandel has disappeared. So where do they go from here? And it's not just Laura Loomer who's upset. Matt Gaetz ain't too happy. Take a look at this tweet that he posted. "We welcomed the tech bros when they came running our way to avoid the third grade teacher picking their kid's gender and the obvious Biden-Harris economic decline. We did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy." So, see, when MAGA said we don't want immigrants, the original MAGA, they meant that. They didn't want anybody here. They were all for these mass deportations. Elon Musk and Vivek realizes, hey, you know what? We really can't do that. So we're going to have to get these people some visas. We're going to have to make sure that they're here legally. And MAGA's going, no, we don't want that. We wanted them gone. And again, where's Trump during all this? Off on a golf cart last time I seen. But they're absolutely to the point now where I feel like we're going to look around one day and we're going to see Elon be the one to shut down MAGA. And they'll probably be over here then on our channels talking about how that it all went south for them. But there's another clip that I found that when I first seen it, I laughed at this. I did. I chuckled out loud, and I'll tell you why after we watch it. But then I showed it to my mom, and my mom said, "There's nothing funny about that. There's nothing funny about this clip because all it proves is that we're an absolute laughingstock on the world stage." I want to show you this clip here of Netanyahu talking with Elon Musk, and you be the judge. Is this funny or is this pretty embarrassing?
So if you were, well, you can't be president of the U.S. Last time I checked, right? But assume you are.
Not officially.
Not officially. Okay, so you're the unofficial president.
Now, the reason that I chuckled at that when I first watched it is because I just pictured Trump throwing ketchup at the wall and losing his mind, and I pictured MAGA being like, "Huh? What?" But when I showed it to my mom, she made a great point. She said, "We're a laughingstock on the world stage. They're laughing at us." And they would have never made a comment like that to someone when Joe Biden was president. They would have never made a comment like that to someone when Barack Obama was president. They're only doing that because they realize what a laughingstock Trump is. And we have said here this entire time saying these dictators, they do not like Donald Trump. They think he's a joke. And there they are, just laughing right along at him. And now MAGA's being silenced by Elon, and Trump is nowhere to be found to rescue him. That's the thing about Trump. These people will go out there and they will go to bat for him time and time again, and they will fall on their sword for him over and over again. But he will not do the same for them, ever. He won't. And they get mad when we say it's a cult and compare it to one. But if you study any cult out there, the cult leader never takes one for the team, ever. It doesn't happen. He finds a way to always blame it on the flock. And so they're finding out. And I can't feel any sympathy for them. They called us the enemy from within. They said we were for censorship. We're not. They said that we're against the First Amendment. We're not. But they sit there and they accused us of all those things only to turn around and embrace a guy who is now doing those things to them. So if there's any silver lining to this cloud, and I know this may sound like a doom and gloom thing to say, but if Elon Musk is going to burn this country to the ground, at least I know he's going to bring MAGA right down with us. And I hate to be that guy that just points and says, "I told you so," but that's where we're at. And we ain't even got started. We've already been in the "I told you so" phase, and we ain't even got started. So it's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And it'll be a bumpy ride for us, but we knew going into it how extreme it could get. And we knew going into it how bumpy the ride could get. It's going to be a complete and total mind fuck. I'll just go ahead and say it. It's really going to be one to MAGA as they hit these bumps in the road. Because as they hit these bumps in the road, they're going to realize that they were played. And we'll be here to tell them, "I told you so."